Welcome to Tia's Table, where we talk about making fitness and wellness doable for busy women like you and me. Looking for healthy meal ideas, workout motivation, and good conversation? Don't worry, I got you, girl. Sit back, grab a snack, and let's have some girl talk. Hey, girl. Hey, welcome back to Tia's Table. I'm Tia, a certified nutrition coach, group fitness instructor, and behavior change specialist. I help women develop healthy habits that align with their health, wellness, or fitness goals. If you or someone you know is looking to have someone help them with accountability, gain some momentum, develop some consistency on their fitness journey, girl, you can do that right in our TVF app. Reach out to me by email, tiavfitness@gmail.com, or you can message me on Instagram at tiavfitness, and I would love to talk to you about getting connected in our community in the app where we're doing all kinds of great things like sharing our meals, learning more about nutrition, holding each other accountable for our workouts, and we are participating in some really fun challenges each month, and I would love to have you be a part of that in the app. Girl, can we just one time for the fact that I'm on time again? Like 2024 really might be that girl. She might be the year that I get all of my little ducks in a row. We had a lot of conversation after the last call. Like I spoke to a lot of you about my issue with the housekeeper. Girl, don't even worry about that. We are putting that behind us. I mean, I still don't have a housekeeper. I have become the housekeeper. But we're going to keep our heads up about it. We're just going to do the best we can. We're trying to do the best we can with what we got in this house. And, it's not as bad as it could be, but girl, it could be better. So, I appreciate all of the love and support and the uplifting I received about that lady ghosting me. Because still haven't heard back from her. So pretty sure she has no intentions on ever coming back to this house ever again. And that's cool. Like, we move on. We adjust and we move on. So thanks for all of the love about that. Let's talk about what's kind of like not on my table right now. And this is more of like, I think, a vent more than it is me sharing like something good for people to eat. But I know I'm not the only one that feels like this. So I really try my best to like eat on plan. And y'all know I plan my meals. I count all the numbers. Like I do the things every day. So when I decide that I'm not going to eat something that I have planned to eat, and I say to myself like, ooh, girl, I'm about to go meet, my homegirl for brunch, or I'm about to go on this date night. Like I'm about to step out and eat some like food for fun because it tastes good and it looked good. Only for the food to not be good, only for it not to hit, only for it to look better in a picture than it tasted while I was eating it. At this point in my life, not a lot makes me mad, but nothing infuriates me more than when I eat a meal like out and about and it is not good. I met one of my girlfriends for brunch last week and we had the best time. Like, love her to pieces. So much fun. It was great. I ordered chicken and waffles because the last time I think I met, like a few brunches before this, I had met another friend at a completely different restaurant. And I was like, I don't think I've ever actually ordered chicken and waffles, so I'm going to get it. If you live in the Atlanta area, you might be familiar with the Breakfast Boys restaurant. If you're not, it's a great place. They have great food. But we were there, me and this other friend. We were there. I ordered the chicken and waffles, and y'all, it was so good that if I close my eyes and I think about it, I can imagine the taste of their fried chicken like in my mind. That's how good it was. It left an impression on me. That chicken and waffles was so good, I cleaned my plate. I was able to eat everything that was on it. I probably think about that chicken and waffles at least once or twice a month. The only reason I have not gone back to Breakfast Boys to get it again or like get it as takeout is because, in my opinion, it's just a little bit too far for me. You know, I try to keep myself within a certain mile. I talk about this all the time. I keep myself within a certain mile radius of my house, right? And I only like cross the boundary when I feel like it's absolutely going to be worth it. And I mean, would it be worth it? Sure, absolutely, because the chicken and waffles was really that good over there. But do I really need to be going to Breakfast Boys as often as I think about it for chicken and waffles? Absolutely not, because that doesn't help me reach my goals, right? But that is how good their chicken and waffles is. So fast forward to last week. I meet a different friend for brunch at a different place. It was a new spot that just opened up, like over here where we live. And we'd heard great things about it. The reviews are really good. It's a super cute place. So we go. And I order the chicken and waffles because I'm like, hey, you can't mess that up. It's got to be halfway good, right? At least. Oh my gosh, you guys. I get the chicken and waffles, and the waffle is fine. You know, the waffle is fine. But the chicken, I'm still trying to figure out where the chicken went wrong, because the outside had a very nice texture to it. Like the skin on the chicken was crunchy the way we like it. It was fried hard. It seemed like it had a beautiful color. It was crispy, crunchy, like it was great. The inside of the chicken, while it was done, like it was cooked all the way through, because I checked, I felt like it was hard getting that chicken off of the bone. So I'm like, did they fry this chicken from a frozen state or something? Like I'm not understanding why I'm having to work this hard to get chicken off of a bone. Which meant that out of the 3 wings I got, I only ate one of them, because I'm like, ooh, like she's in public, like she's not trying to like eat fried chicken the way I eat it at home. And when I eat my fried chicken at home, I eat all of it. I eat the gristle, like the cartilage around the bone. Like that is my favorite part, and I eat it. So I'm like, clearly I'm not doing that here, because I can't even get the meat off the bone, right? And I probably could do a quick little bite of the cartilage if I didn't have to work so hard getting the chicken off the bone. Then to top it off, like it wasn't even seasoned. I felt like it wasn't seasoned well enough. Like it didn't have the flavor that you probably thought it would have based on how it looked. It was like they did not, I don't know, I'm not going to say they did not season it, but it's like they just fell a little short on the flavor. And so now I'm sitting here and I'm eating this, and I'm like, well, I ordered it, so now I have to eat it. But I'm like, this was also supposed to be like my fun meal of the weekend, and I feel like it was an absolute waste. It's kind of like when you put on a really cute outfit, but like if no one sees you, like, does it even count? Girl, I don't know. They say when you put on those cute outfits, it's enough because you saw yourself, but I'm kind of like, no, girl, if I have on a cute outfit, it's fine if I see myself, because I do every time I pass by a mirror. But then also, like, if no one else sees me, I'm going to want to, you know, spin the block on that outfit if it was really that cute. And I feel like this chicken and waffles was real dressed up. It looked good, but it didn't taste good. Like it just didn't look the way it tasted. And I hate that for us. Also, I feel like that's kind of what it's like when you get super dressed up, or when somebody's super dressed up, but then like is like you're no fun, right? It's like, oh, why did you even come? Just to show us your outfit? I don't know. Like, girl, you should have just stayed home. They should have just kept that chicken and waffles in the kitchen, because it was real cute, but it didn't taste like anything. And that had me so mad, which made me think about my most recent trip to the Waffle House. Because again, I've been craving waffles, or a really good waffle experience, for like a couple months now. So I'm like, typically the Waffle House doesn't let you down. Like, judge me if you want to, I won't care. I love a good breakfast at the Waffle House, especially like when it's hot and they bring it out to you and it's just so good and it tastes good every time. Like they get it right every time, except for the last time I went. That was the first time that I had been to the Waffle House, I think, in all of my years, I think. Because I can't really recall a bad Waffle House experience in high school or in college. And then as an adult, we didn't always live somewhere that had them, which is just a travesty amongst citizens everywhere. Like everyone should have a Waffle House close to them. But yeah, I can't really remember having a bad Waffle House experience until this most recent one where we went, and I'm just like, no, this is so bad, like I can't even eat it. The lady was like, would you like a box to go? And I was like, girl, you can box it up, but that's only because I'm being nice. I really don't want to take this with me. But I can tell the lady that was that was serving us was kind of like, girl, you wasn't hungry? And I'm like, no, actually, I was starving. And I had high hopes for this, and it let me down. I mean, I didn't say this to her. That's how I was feeling on the inside. And so then you're just upset, because then it's kind of like, what do you do? When you go out to eat and you have a bad experience, it's kind of like, what do you do? Now am I about to drive through somewhere and get something to eat, like for real? Or am I just gonna call it, and then you just go home and pop a bag of popcorn, and now you're having that Olivia Pope special? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you do, but I have had a couple bad run-ins at restaurants lately, and it's really making me feel like, ooh, the devil is working hard. He's working hard because, see, what he's doing is he's saying, oh, you take joy in eating out once a week. Like, this is your fun thing that you do. So now every time you go out to eat, I'm going to make it so that you don't even like it. Which, see, what he don't know is that what that'll make me do is just be like, fine, I don't have to eat out. It'll make me be like, fine, I don't even have to eat out. It's not the best choice for me anyway. And so I can go pretty long stretches of time without eating out. Like, it doesn't faze me one way or the other, but because of the social aspect of being, like out at a restaurant and going out to eat, I do find that part of it fun. So, I guess maybe getting to the place where, oh, you can go out and be social, you just don't have to eat, could be a thing, but I doubt that it ever will be. Like, I don't think I'll ever become that person who can just like go out to eat and not, because why would you even do that? Now, we did have a very good experience at a restaurant called Osha. So again, like if you're in the Atlanta area, Osha, OSHA, is a place a friend told me about. She was like, girl, you're going to love their food. You're going to love their cocktails. The cocktails are so good and they're so pretty. You're going to love it. So y'all should go. I said, girl, say less. We went the very next night down to Osha. I think it's like in Midtown. And it's a tiny place. The tables are very close together and the tables are small. I don't know whose playhouse they got those tables out of, but those tables were small. So that would be like the only drawback about that place. If I'm thinking about it, like what else that I didn't like about it? I think that's the only thing I can remember not liking, because the food was amazing. Cleaned my plate. I think that night I got like a, this is going to sound one way, but it's truly what the dish actually was. I can't remember what they call it on the menu, but girl, it was basically crab legs in fried rice. That's basically what it was, but it was amazing. So good, so filling. They give you like just enough. Cleaned my plate. The people around us, but again, because the tables were so close and so small, I saw everybody's food, and everybody's food looked amazing. The cocktails, though, were everything my friend said they would be. They were pretty. I took pictures of them on my phone. They were like stunning, gorgeous. One of my drinks had a feather in it. Like, girl, so good. Another cocktail I think had like homemade whipped cream in the top. And it was decorated too, but I can't even remember. So good. So good. So if you are in town or you plan to come visit or whatever, girl, put that on your list of places to go, because they did not disappoint. When I ate all of those calories and I consumed those beverages, I was very happy about it. No regrets. 10 out of 10. Very happy. These people that's over here that gave me that waffle with that strange chicken. Now, I'm not going to lie and say I'm never going to go back, because it's so close to where I live. I got to go back because the reviews are just so good. So I'm like, did we just catch them on a bad day? Maybe chicken and waffles is not what they do. So I should try something different when we go. Again, I don't know. I'm going to try them for like lunch or dinner and try something off of that actual side of the menu to see if I get a better result. But I just had to share that here because nothing irritates and messes with my little spirit more than when I finally say like, yeah, I'm about to go eat out and I'm excited about it all week. I look forward to it. I go, I sit down at the table, I give these people my money and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is not good. I waited all week for what? I should have just ate pizza after school with my kids because every Friday they get to pick what they eat. And girl, every Friday it's pizza and wings every Friday. I ask them every Friday as if I don't know what they're going to say, but every Friday it's literally pizza and wings. And I suppose that's fine with me. But I'm like, yeah, I could have just ate that. At least I know Papa John's and the wing spot we go to, they're consistent. I know what their food is going to taste like. This was a surprise failure. And one thing about a failure is that it does not need to be a surprise. Like, I don't like that. So that is what is on my table this week. So thank you for indulging me with that vent. You know, what I really wanted to talk about this week is what can you actually do when you go to the gym or if you decide that you're going to work out at home. Because I feel like in previous episodes, I'll give like a quick little snippet of something, but I don't break it all the way down enough. And I think I went into it a little bit on the last call, but I didn't do it in enough detail for anybody to like take what I said and actually apply it to their life. So girl, on this call, we are going to break down exactly what you can do in the gym, a whole workout, and hope that when you get to the gym or you decide to work out at home, you know exactly what to do to give yourself a really good, well-rounded workout. Now, of course, with this, please consider your own fitness level. If I say something right now and it's like crazy or it just immediately makes you feel like, girl, no, then go with that gut feeling, girl, because I'm not in your body. So I don't know what all your body can handle, but you do. So always work out at your own risk on your own fitness level, right? But I'm going to tell you exactly what I do when I go to the gym, and you can kind of take from it what you will, borrow whatever you want, just stay here for the vibes, but here we go. So when I get to the gym, I like to do a quick little warm up. So maybe something that's between 10 to 20 minutes. And I typically do that either on the elliptical or the treadmill, right? Just depending on what kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do the elliptical, but then sometimes I also feel like the elliptical makes me feel like I'm flailing myself all over the place. And sometimes I'm not into that. So I just get on the treadmill. And then some days I just like to get on the treadmill and run because I know that if I get on here and run for 10 minutes, within 10 minutes, I can be like ready for my workout, right? My body will be warmed up. I will have burned a little over 100 calories at that point, and I'm ready, right? So I start out with that. Then I move on to strength training. Now, in my personal opinion, people should be strength training about 3 to 4 times a week. If you're a woman over the age of 30, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but we start to kind of like lose our balance and pretty much lose all of the things once you turn 30. Some of us at a lower speed than others, some of us at a higher speed than others, but we tend to start losing things like our balance after we turn 30. And one of the ways to combat that is with strength training, right? You want to make sure your body is strong enough to support the weight of itself. So should you trip on something or bump into something or you just fall for whatever reason, you can prepare your body and brace it for the impact of itself, right? You want to be able to hold your own body up. And one of the best ways to do that is to make sure you have strong muscles, strong bones, And that is, well, strong muscles. I mean, strong bones definitely through what you're eating, but then strong muscles and everything else that goes on with your body definitely through working out. So I would recommend 3 to 4 times a week. Now, the next question that people will typically ask me, well, then how long? And I think the how long part gets to people because you see people saying that they work out for like hours and hours, or people will show like their Apple Watch online and it'll be like, 120 minutes or whatever that they've been working out. And that's fine because they might have that much time to be in the gym, or they might be doing some type of program or preparing for something, which makes them, have longer workouts. If you are either new to working out, or you're just low on time, or you just don't want to be somewhere for that long, because that's totally a good enough reason to decide, I'm only going to work out for X amount of minutes. This might work for you, what I'm about to say. So if you're going to work out for if you're going to do strength training 3 to 4 times a week, I highly recommend doing upper body, lower body, and like a full body day. And then maybe on the 4th day, you do something still strength related like Pilates or something like that. Actually, I 100% just recommend Pilates because Pilates is really that girl and she'll get you there. She'll help you work your core, right? So if you start the week out, and this is exactly what like my trainer has me do. This is where I learn. Like, that's why if you go back and listen to the episode about having a personal trainer, you learn so much by having a personal trainer. And what I learned is that like, I don't necessarily need to have like a back day, a shoulder day, no, like I could never keep up with that. For me, it's much easier to just say upper body, lower body, full body, Pilates, cardio. And now I have like all of the days of the week, right? So let's say it's upper body day. You want to go into the gym. You're going to do your warm up that we already talked about. And then I go through all of the different body parts of upper body. So I make sure I hit my chest, my shoulders, my lats and my lumbar, which is your back. When people are trying to create like an hourglass shape, or you're trying to naturally get the results of like that BBL look, you definitely want to make sure you're working out your back. You want to make sure you're targeting your back. Everything cannot be front facing, right? One of the things that you learn as a group fitness instructor is that if you train one side of something, you have to train the other side. So when I'm in the gym, I'm always thinking about that. Like, Tia, you can't train your biceps and not train your triceps, right? You can't train your core, like your stomach, and not train your lumbar, your lower back, right? You can't train your chest and not train your lats and like your upper back, your shoulders, and all of that, right? So when you're in the gym, think about it that way. If you train the front, ladies, you have to also train the back. You want your body to be symmetrical. You don't want to be like all toned and muscular from the front. And then if you have on a halter top and you turn around, it's kind of like, what happened? Like, what happened there? You don't want that to be you. So if you train the front, you have to also train the back, which if you're writing this down or you're thinking about it, you're probably saying to yourself, well, this is why they're in the gym for forever. Which, yes and no. Some people are in the gym for a long time because they take a lot of rest breaks, like they're resting between sets, which is totally fine because their bodies might need it. And then some people are in there because they're talking. Some people sit down and they start eating snacks or like whatever. They're decompressing. A lot of people I find use the gym as a time to like decompress. So they're not in a rush to like hurry up and get through a workout and get home. They're literally going to take their time and, focus on what they're doing and give themselves that time. And when they're done, they're done. So take that into consideration too, as I'm going through this and telling you how much of everything there is to do. You could totally do this in 45 minutes. And I know that because I do it. I'm literally in and out of there in like an hour. And that includes like the warm up, right? So remember, train the front, train the back, right? For lower body day, you want to hit your quads, your hamstrings, right? Your quads meaning the front of your upper leg, right? Your hamstrings, the back, you want to hit your calves, and then you want to hit what everybody wants to hit, and that's your glutes, right? You want to train your glutes. Most gyms are going to have an abductor and an adductor machine, which will help you train, like the outer glutes, the inner thigh. You'll want to definitely hit those up. Between sets, in my opinion, it's always a good idea to do something to kind of keep your heart rate up, like going, right? So for me, I like to do jump rope or jumping jacks. Sometimes my trainer will have me do box jumps or like box step ups. You can do a variety of those things, but to me, I really like doing the jump rope because it's easy. I can put one in my bag and I don't have to like drag equipment over to where I am or anything like that. And it's just an easy way to keep that heart rate going while I'm working out. So I like to do the jump rope, and I typically do that on the lower body days. Because if my legs do start to feel a little tired, or I do start to feel like, oh my gosh, my legs are going to cramp up, or if they just start feeling gassed, I'll start jumping rope to kind of push that lactic acid out, to keep things moving along, which lactic acid is not a bad thing. That just lets you know that your muscles are doing the work, which is good. But if it does turn into a situation where you feel like you're going to cramp up, doing something in between sets can kind of help you with that. So I do that on the lower body days too. Every day. So no matter what day it is, whether it's upper or lower, every day I do push-ups and every day I do abs. Now, depending on how much time I have, kind of determines how much I do of each. I try to do at least 3 sets of 25 push-ups, if I can. Today, when I was working out, I did 3 sets of push-ups, but I just randomly did them. My first set was 25, my second set was 40, and then my last set was 25, right? And for core today, I did the ab roller, right? So you want to do something. You don't always have to, max out every body part every time. And as a matter of fact, I would say you want to probably do, depending on how much weight you're lifting, if you're lifting a weight that is comfortable to you, meaning it's not too light and it's certainly not heavy. Like you can actually lift that for a high amount of reps. If you're doing high reps, of course, you don't need to do that many sets. Like, my goodness, if you're lifting something 20 times, you could probably do 2 or 3 sets and you're good because the weight is so light. The heavier the weight, the less amount of sets and reps, for that matter, you will probably be able to do until you get stronger. And that's how you know you're getting stronger and it's time to progress up, increase your weight, because you'll be able to do whatever that heavier weight was, you'll be able to do more reps of it. And that's a signal to you to say like, oh, okay, it's time for me to add like 5 more pounds of weight onto this because now I can do this weight, for a higher amount of reps. Or you can like add another set onto it, which means you need to keep challenging yourself and add more weight. Now, when it comes to adding more weight, I say you have to base that on how you feel. Like if you can do however many reps your whatever your target amount of reps is, if you can do that with really good form and it feels easy to you, you probably need to go up in weight, right? If you're doing it and it's making you work and on a scale of 0 to 10, you feel like you're somewhere between an 8 and a 10, then that's probably where you want to be until that 8 to 10 becomes like a 6. Once it drops below 7, it's like, oh, you need to increase your weight. And the amount of time that it takes for a person to do that is going to be different for everybody. Sometimes it takes me a couple weeks of lifting a certain amount of weight before I'm able to move it up. And sometimes it's longer than that. Sometimes it's based on how well you have eaten too. If your body is not properly fueled, the weight that you've been lifting for forever might feel really, really heavy because you just don't have the fuel in you to make it happen. So sometimes that might be the case if you feel like you've gotten weaker. You probably haven't gotten weaker. You just need to eat, right? And, so eat a lot better, then go back to the gym and see how that works out for you. But yeah, definitely using the progressive overload style of weight training helps most people get to where they want to be. You just have to listen to your body, make sure you're documenting. So like if you're using an app, or if you are keeping some type of fitness log or whatever, you want to be able to write down like, I did X amount of biceps curls today, or I did X amount of tricep dips. You might do the lat pull down machine, and let's say you did 3 sets of 15 at like 80 pounds. You want to write that stuff down and kind of know it so that you always know what what you're doing or where you're trying to progress from, right? That way there's never any question about like, well, what weight do I do for this or what weight do I do for that? You kind of have it saved. Maybe in your phone is a great place because most people have their phone at the gym. You have it saved in your phone. I think it's a great idea, especially if you're super new to going to the strength training side of the gym. Just take pictures of the machine. That's what I would do. If I was super new to the gym, I would take a picture of the little part on the machine that has like the machine name, right? I would take a picture of that, and then just in my phone notes underneath the picture, I would say I did X amount of sets and reps at however many pounds, right? Because your phone is going to save the date for you. And then you just go from there. The next time you go back to the gym, you start at that same point, whatever your sets and reps were, and the weight, you start right there. And if you feel like on that particular day, like, man, I could probably go up in weight, go up in weight, and then just update it in your phone so that when you come back, you say, okay, well, this is my new weight. Now I'm lifting this. And then you lift that until you need to go up. You see what I'm saying? It's not difficult at all. I think it's intimidating when you go to the gym and you see all the machines and all the people. That can be intimidating. But the concept of strength training or the actual act of doing it and keeping up with a program is not hard, like at all. And if you are in the app, I certainly like load different things in there for them to do. So that they get to the gym and like, this is not even an issue for you because I can load it in the app for you. So, which that just reminds me, someone sent me a calendar, that she wanted me to upload into the app, and I don't know if it's showing up for her. I need to follow up with that. But yeah, so you want to make sure that you're documenting it somewhere so that every time you go, you know exactly what machines you're trying to hit and what your numbers are for those machines. But if you follow just a basic schedule of maybe like Monday is upper body, Tuesday is lower body, Wednesday, let's say you do like full body, Thursday, let's say you do Pilates, and Friday you just focus on solely just cardio, and then you rest on Saturday and Sunday, that is a good, like, well-rounded program, right? Because when you hit your full body day, you're going to hit a little bit of upper body and a little bit of lower body. What I like to do is on a full body day, I pick whatever body parts I feel like I want to show more attention to, right? And so for me right now, that's probably my back. So on a full body day, I'm going to work my back. And on a full body day, as far as lower body goes, I'm probably going to do, a little bit of glutes, but like not much. I'll probably do a little bit of glutes and maybe like a little bit of the, adductor machine. because I want to hit, well, the adductor and the abductor, because I want to hit like my thigh area, like my inner thigh area, and also that outer thigh area. So yeah, I kind of do those, and then I add in my push-ups and my core. And for me, that is a very good, like, full body day. Now, some of the more complex moves that you see people doing online, I want to encourage people to kind of stay away from those. Like, I talked to a friend about this the other day because we were kind of laughing at some of the videos that we've seen, like, floating around social media. And honestly, I think at the end of the day, people are just trying to show what they can do. They're not posting those crazy videos of them on like Bosu balls and them doing just the most random, like, weight bearing moves because they think you should be doing these. They're literally just showing how athletic they are. They're literally just doing it for the flex. They're just like, hey, did you know that I could balance myself with a kettlebell on this Bosu ball and do it while also doing squats? Like, did you know I could do that? Did you know I could kind of lunge, like seesaw on this Bosu ball while holding a kettlebell down in a low squat? Did you know I could do that? And it's kind of like, girl, no, we didn't know. We didn't ask. But I know that's unsafe for most people to do. Like, most people should not be on a Bosu ball doing that. So I don't want anybody to think that working out looks like what you see on social media, because it's rare that I come across videos of just normal exercises. Like, every now and then I'll see a clip of somebody, like maybe on TikTok at the gym, using a gym machine, and they're using the machine the way the machine was designed to be used, right? Hello, because sometimes people be using the machines to work out other body parts that the machine was not designed for, which again is fine, right? Which is fine if you know what you're doing. But most people who are following these fitness influencers, they're at a very new place in their journey, or they're very new to the gym. And I'm like, before you start using this machine for a different purpose, at least, kind of just try it out the way that it was meant to be first before you start using it for something else, just to stay safe, just to keep yourself from getting an injury, getting hurt. Because of course, if you're hurt, now you can't work out at all, and you've got to postpone your results. And I don't want that for you, right? So just keep it safe, keep it cute. What I do love about the schedule that I just gave is that it does include like some days at the gym, but then you still get the balance of being home, which low key, if you have equipment at home, you can work out at home. Like, I worked out at home today and I feel like I got a great workout. Like, I can feel my body from it. Now, my basement is not finished. So when I work out at home, especially in these much colder winter months, I really don't sweat because that is how cold it is down there, right? So I don't break a sweat, but like my body can feel it. Like, I can feel that my muscles did the work today. So if you have equipment at home, by all means, try out this schedule, see if it works for you. And if you finish working out and you're not feeling like tired at all, or like you don't feel super like gas, like your muscles just don't feel like they were put under any type of stress or pressure, then that means you probably do need to go up in either the amount of sets or the reps or something. But your muscles should feel like they just got put through some work when you're done exercising. Like you should just feel like, ooh, like I can feel that. Like it's a certain kind of little tingle you feel all over your body when the workout like actually hit the way that it's supposed to. Not sore, like you shouldn't be in pain, but you should definitely feel like, ooh, let me just sit down really quick and collect my thoughts before I move on with the rest of the day. That's the best way for me to describe it. Hopefully the schedule that I just gave helps people get there. Because I mean, it definitely helps me. By Friday, like I'm ready for the weekend. Like I'm ready to have those 2 days off because my body is tired. And that is, I feel like what most people, most gym goers, if they're going to the gym every day, I think that's true for most people. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, well, how am I supposed to get 10,000 steps a day if I'm solely focusing on strength training? And the answer to that is why people are in the gym for 90 minutes. Period. Because they strength train and then they also get on that treadmill after they have lifted weights and they walk. You'll notice people either walking, they'll be on the Stairmaster, or they'll have their treadmill on that super high incline, trying to get their steps in. I think it's a good idea if you can. If you were to break it up, so you might get a walk in on your lunch break, or you might walk before dinner or after dinner. You might wake up early in the morning and go for a walk or something like that. If you're able to get your steps in at a different time throughout the day and at another place or whatever, of course, that'll reduce the amount of time that you're in the gym. That's what I do. I'll get up early in the morning and I'll walk. I'll get my steps in, so that when I go to the gym, I'm solely there just to warm up, do my strength training, and then I can come home. Because, I mean, at one point in 2023, I was in the gym for like 2 hours, like almost every time that I would go. I was there for like 2 to 2.5 hours. And at one point, I think I just snapped and said, this can't be it. Like, this cannot be the way. I cannot be here every day for 2 hours. Like, I have other things that I need to do, and I don't know how people are here for 2 hours every day, but I know I cannot be. So splitting it up definitely helped me, and it worked for me. If you can walk, I know it's cold right now, so walking outside really isn't an option for most people. But if you do have some type of cardio machine at home, like, girl, don't forget you can still do your cardio at home. You don't have to do your cardio at the gym just because you're lifting weights there, right? So I don't know. Hopefully that's helpful. Keep that in mind and let me know if it works for you. If you are thinking about increasing or changing how you go about strength training. So let's talk about some of the random but relatable things that I think are interesting. Very interesting to me. Well, let's start off by talking about the movie The Color Purple, because I just saw it. And before, when I hadn't seen it, I had definitely been following, all of the pages and all of the talk about how they had to drive themselves to work and all the different perspectives about if Taraji and Oprah were getting along. And I think most recently, I saw a clip of Taraji talking about how the movie has done at the box office, and she feels like it didn't do as well as they'd hoped because of some of the pay discrepancy conversation that was happening around the time that the movie came out. Like the promo, which, not gonna lie, their promo kind of did just turn into that. Like, if I'm thinking back on it now, I'm like, yeah, when they were on promo, people were talking about all the stuff that Taraji had said about how people get paid, which is true. Like, we stand behind Taraji. I believe her with what she says. And if it's a problem, people do need to look into it and they need to fix it. But I think different conversations should happen maybe at different times, because I do agree with her that, yeah, that conversation did kind of take over the promo of the movie. So when the cast would show up at all of these things, the conversation definitely turned into that, and it wasn't on the focus of the movie itself, which, let me just say, if you have not seen The Color Purple, girl, you're missing out. And I know it's possible that I could have said, who needs a musical? Why are they remaking that movie? Nobody asked for it. And that's true. We didn't ask for it. It was already on Broadway for forever. So why did they feel like they needed to make the Broadway show into a musical movie? I don't know. But after seeing it, I'm like, I'm glad they did. And I don't even like musicals, right? Which also online, people were like, people say they don't like musicals, but I bet you like The Lion King. Ma'am, I was 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how old I was in 95 when The Lion King came out, but I was young, okay? I was a child. As a grown adult, if you tell me something is a musical, the likelihood of me going to see that are very low. Unless it's somebody in it that I'm really excited to see. Unless it's, I don't know, music that I'm familiar with, maybe. Like, there would have to be another draw to it for me, which might make me a little basic. It might make me, not as cultured as the next, because I'm not a Broadway girly. Like, if I go to New York, the chances of me, no, I take that back. If I went back to New York at this point in my life, because I haven't been since I think my 26th birthday. Yeah, it's been a minute. Like, I haven't been there in a while. But if I went at this point in my life, I probably would go to a show just because I felt like, Tia, you're a grown up now. You're 40. Like, pick one of these shows and let's go see what it do. Like, I would probably pick one of them and, go just for the experience so that I can say that I did. And that way I'll know for a fact if I truly don't like musicals or not. Right now, I'm basing all of this off movies, right? But I guess the only way to truly know whether or not you like musicals is to go see one live in person. And that would be the only way for me to do that if I went back to New York. So if I ever find my way back there, I will go and see, and then I can let myself know if I really don't like it or not. But as far as the movies, like movies that are made into musicals, like, have never been a fan, have never wanted to do it, did not see Hamilton in the movies or live on Broadway, didn't do it, had no interest in doing it, didn't listen to the soundtrack. Just didn't. So I say all that to say I really didn't have an interest in seeing The Color Purple either. Once I found that it was a musical, I was like, ooh, but see, the draw was Fantasia, because we love a North Carolina girl. I'm a North Carolina girl. Gonna support Fantasia. So there was that. Halle Bailey, y'all know we love her here, so wanted to go see her. Then when I found out Sierra was in it, I said, oh yes, gotta go see what Sierra is doing in the movie. And by the way, her performance, be it brief, it was amazing. Loved that. Of course, we love Taraji. Danielle was in this movie. Loved her as Sophia. She did a great job. Like, the girls were in it and they came out to do it and they did a great job. Like, superstars, really, truly, all of them. It was good. It was great. So I hope people go see it, because I thought it was amazing. I thought they stuck to the storyline of the original Color Purple movie very, very well. I didn't feel like the songs were like too much. I also felt like there was enough script along with singing. It was a nice little balance to it, so I didn't feel like they were singing me to death, right? Were all of the songs like good? I'm gonna say no. Like, all of the songs weren't great, like, musical masterpieces as far as like the lyrics go, but because they're in and out, they're very quick, it's like you can tolerate the songs that weren't as great as some of the others. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. I give The Color Purple a 10 out of 10. It was great. I feel like everybody should see it. Everybody, and hopefully you can go see it while it's still in the movies. The next thing that I want to try to go see is American Fiction, because I love Tracee Ellis Ross. So I want to go see that, and I found a place where it is playing near me, but the show times are like ridiculous. First of all, it's only showing like during the week after school, and I'm like, hello, like, what I'm supposed to do with that? Because we got basketball practice and homework, violins, and all the things. When am I supposed to go do like an evening movie on a weeknight? So I said I would try to look around and see if I can find something, like within my bubble. I might have to pop my bubble to go. I don't know. And see if there's something playing on a weekend. I'm pretty sure there is, like closer to the city. I'm positive it is. But just out here near me, they said you come on a weeknight or you won't see it until it comes out on a streaming service. And I really want to go support it while it's in the movie. So I want to see that next. I have been reading The Vanishing Half. When I first started that book back in 2023, it didn't jump out at me. Like I had a hard time starting it and then sticking with it because it didn't grab me. But just like a good television show, normally the first 3 episodes might not get you, but by that 4th one, girl, you're hooked. That is how I would describe The Vanishing Half. Like the first couple of pages, the first several pages, didn't really get me. But then once the character early comes into the picture, something about that clicked for me. And I was like, okay, I think I'm into it now. And right now I'm halfway through the book, but I'm at the place now where they are telling the other twins' story. If you've not read this book, I'm going to try my best to talk about this without completely spoiling it for you. But I'm at that place now where they're telling the other twins side of things, and the story is from her perspective. And I don't know how this book is going to end. Because at first I was like, well, the book is called The Vanishing Half. Clearly that means one of the twins, what? And I get it. At this point where I am in the book, I get why it's called The Vanishing Half. And I guess if I shared that, then that might give away the book. And I do want people to read it. So I won't say why, but I get it. I guess I'm just wondering, how is this story going to end? And I have a feeling it's going to, you made a fool of death with your beauty me. I feel like that's what's about to happen. I don't know why I have that feeling. I just have a feeling that this book is going to end and it's going to leave me like that's it. That's how you chose to end this book. After it took me a smooth year to finally start it and get into it and finish it. I'll finish it one day this week, but I don't know. I have a feeling, and I have that feeling because I'm into it now. Lots of different storylines in this book. The twins are, of course, twin sisters from a little no-name town in the South. They escape. They move to, I guess, start a new life. One sister gets married. One sister just kind of, I guess, vanishes for what it's worth. One sister just kind of vanishes. And so then we get to a place where, we find the other sister. Not that the family has found her yet, but we come to know the other sister. We locate her, and I don't want to tell the whole story, but we locate her, and these sisters are living very different lives, completely different lives. I don't have a sister at all, but if I had a twin sister and my twin sister was living it up, if my twin sister was wealthy, if my twin sister had the life that this twin sister had, but I had a completely different life. Not that my life was bad, because the other twin sister, she's not living a bad life. It's just a different life, right? But I know that the other twin sister does not know that her twin sister has this great life over there where she's living it. But what I'm assuming is going to happen is when the other twin finds out that this other twin is living the way that she's been living, I cannot wait to see what transpires after that. Can't wait to see, and I'm trying to figure out why twin 1 doesn't know yet because of how we find out about twin 2. Why? Yeah, that just came to me because if I did have a twin sister and one of them and my twin sister was off living a whole nother life and we hadn't spoken to her in 10 years, didn't know where she was, what her name was, who she was married to, if she had any children, we didn't know anything about her life. And if my daughter ran into this woman who's identical to me, who looks just like me, I would expect that my daughter would call me and be like, Mom, you would not believe this, but I literally think I just saw your twin sister. It was a woman that looked just like you out here where I'm at. Like, yeah, so why has that not? And maybe it's going to, and I just have to keep reading. But I'm halfway there. Like I'm almost done with the book. So, we'll see. I'll be sure to give an update. A couple of things that I've seen on TV that I think people should watch is worth their TV time. One of them is Love and Death. It's on HBO Max, the app. It is the story of Candy Montgomery, a church-going woman in Texas who has an affair with a man in the church. And things happen. There is a murder. There is a trial. And I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. But for whatever reason, when it was over, I think I was shocked. Not that I was shocked, but I was surprised at how it all ended. And I don't know why. It was one of those things where it's kind of like, well, dang, Tia, you should have seen that coming. But then also like, and it's a true story. It's based on a true story. I'm like, dang, this really happened. I cannot believe it. And when you watch, if you decide to watch Love and Death, everybody talks like this. She's Candy Montgomery. She's a murderer, but you have to watch it and see how everything how it all unfolds at that little church in Texas. It's quite entertaining, but also perplexing because it's based off of a true story. It's real events, and that disturbs me a little, So please watch that. If you haven't, please watch it. I think Hulu has a documentary on this same thing, and I think it's called Candy on that one. And Jessica Biel plays Candy Montgomery on the Hulu documentary. Elizabeth Olsen plays Candy Montgomery on the HBO version, the one that I watched. But I started the Hulu version of this same documentary, but the two documentaries start at completely different places, and they tell the story from two completely different places in the timeline. So that's super interesting to me too, to see how two different networks are telling the same story. So if you have time, if you want to watch something this week or this weekend, if you're stuck inside because it's cold, highly recommend the Candy Montgomery story, Love and Death on HBO Max, or Candy on Hulu, to everybody. I also watched American Nightmare. It's the story of this woman who was kidnapped. She went through some very awful things while she was kidnapped. She reports it. The police do not believe her. They actually go on to announce that they think it's a hoax between her and her boyfriend. Like they just did this for the attention. But then of course, a woman police officer gets on the case, pretty much solves it, confirms that the lady was in fact telling the truth this whole time. And while the documentary doesn't say, I would have to go back and watch and see. I don't know if she sued them and got anything for that, but yeah, pretty much ruined that girl's life, her life and her boyfriend's life, because they just didn't believe her when she said she was kidnapped and that all these things had happened to her. So then when the truth finally comes out, I don't know if they were just kind of like, whoops, or what, but like the FBI was involved in the case and like everything. Super interesting. Watch that if you have time. I need to go back and find out if that girl was able to like sue and get anything for them handling her case like that. Something else that I want to quickly mention is that I found one of the best jumpsuits I've ever found, I think ever, is an activewear jumpsuit. I found it online or in the Target app. It's great. I will put it in my Instagram story after this episode airs. And I will try to remember to maybe put a link to it in the description box of the episode. Target is not going to pay me if y'all buy one. But it's just that great. It fits true to size, and I think everybody should have one. So girl, go on, head up there and get you one. I think it's $35 and it's super cute. So please be on the lookout for that link because I'm going to share it. What else did I want to share? Oh, yes. Well, I think now is as good a time as any because it's 2:13 and y'all know I got to go pick my kids up from school. Now is a great time for me to share that in 15 days, I will turn 40. And I am so excited about that as we count down to my birthday. Because, of course, I think we're all, as a sisterhood, are we not counting down to me talking or to me talking about turning 40? Are we not counting down to me turning 40 so that maybe at some point in 2024, I will stop talking about it? I don't know when I will. I have never been like a birthday season girl, but I think this year I'm going to do it. I'm going to celebrate my birthday until I'm exhausted from it. And I'm so excited. 15 more days. Like I have headbands. I'm ready. Like I'm so beyond excited about February and March too, girl. February, March, probably April, because y'all know I got a thing for Easter. Like the summertime, like this is my personal renaissance, and I'm very excited about it. 15 more days. I cannot wait. But I thought it would be fun to share some of the other ladies who also happen to share the Aquarius horoscope sign with me. I have been laughing at Aquarius memes a lot lately because they're starting to like infiltrate my feeds. And I didn't know some of these people were also, Aquarius women. Shakira, Kelly Rowland, who we love, Brandy, as in Brandy Norwood, Paris Hilton, who I think is hilarious, Yar Shahidi, Megan Thee Stallion, which I knew that, Kerry Washington, which I love. I just want her to get off Fitz on my timeline. Oprah is an Aquarius woman, and Alicia Keys is an Aquarius woman. Am I not in good company? My best friend is an Aquarius. Her birthday is like the week before mine, like exactly to the day. And I think that's why we get along so well. I wanted to read. I wonder if it's going to like mess up the recording if I read something really quick to you guys. I had found a site that talked about like the Aquarius woman and all of her traits, because I think stuff like that is funny. Only because sometimes I'm like, man, that really is me, like I think they really did get some of this right. So they say the Aquarius woman, she is a humanitarian. An Aquarius woman truly cares about the world and does everything possible to reduce the suffering of others. And that's why if an Aquarius person does have to pop off on somebody, please know that wasn't our first choice. That wasn't our go-to choice because we actually care about the feelings of other people. So it's never like my first choice when I'm having to deal with people, because I love humanity and I want us all to be happy, healthy people. She is a social creature. An Aquarius woman is outgoing and social. Due to her outgoing nature, she makes friends quickly and is quite popular with the crowd. Don't know about that. She enjoys interacting with people from different social groups, true, and exchanging ideas and opinions. Dealing with a large group is not a problem for her. Don't know how much I agree with that one. She is confident. She has a strong faith in her abilities. True, she is not fazed by people's opinions about her and doesn't seek any approval. Never did, won't ever. Cultural and societal norms can't hold an Aquarius woman down. She is broad-minded and follows what she feels is right. Gossiping or passing judgments is not her forte. She minds her own business and do every day of my life. She is intellectually gifted. Her intellect is one of her biggest strengths. She is hungry for knowledge, always reading and exploring topics to sharpen her mind. I believe that. When I really do want to learn about something, I will. She can be detached. Very much so. An Aquarius woman may come across as cold and detached. Often she is lost in her own thoughts and might disconnect from everyone around her. This may make it difficult for her to empathize with others. She is generally not comfortable handling emotional outbursts. Because, like, girl, we were fine just a second ago. Why are you crying? Like, how did this turn? How did this go left? I don't know. She is independent. An Aquarius woman is fiercely independent and loves her space. Hello, she is independent-minded, self-sufficient, and does not enjoy relying on anyone else. Quite often, she enjoys being alone every day. That's why I say sometimes I think the reason as to why I've had a hard time like making friends since we've moved here is because I am so independent and I don't do it on purpose. I'm just like in my own little world and I don't even realize that I haven't like done things until it's brought to my attention that like, ooh, girl, you haven't hung out with anybody or like done anything social in like a minute. She resents people who try to control or suffocate her. In a relationship, she gives her partner complete freedom and respects their need for privacy. She does not try to force her opinions on her significant other and treats them as equals. She is loyal. An Aquarius woman is loyal to a fault. In a relationship, she is faithful and committed. They tried to give me an ad. Her loyalty is not just limited to relationships, but extends to other areas of her life as well. She is loyal to the brands she uses, the restaurants she frequents, unless the chicken and waffles is bad, the local stores she buys her groceries from, and the sports person or singer she follows. Y'all know I love Beyonce, and y'all know I don't move out of a certain mile radius of my house, so I'm super loyal to like the stores and the brands and like all of that stuff that I have decided work for me. Unless there is a genuinely big issue, an Aquarian woman does not switch her loyalty and she prefers sticking to her original choices. True, true, true. She is an overthinker. I am. Very much so. That's why I always be right because I done thought about all the ways it can go wrong. She is a leader. An Aquarian woman knows how to work in a group. Her willingness to listen and accept others' viewpoints makes her irresistible. Am I? She enjoys accumulating knowledge and sharing it with the group. She works for the benefit of people, but does not let emotions cloud her judgment. I sure don't. She is innovative and comes up with out-of-the-box ideas. All these factors help her shine in leadership roles. She is unique. Her thinking process and personality are pretty unique. With her unconventional, intuitive, and innovative bent of mind, she brings a fresh perspective to the table. Do I? I bet I do. She can be unpredictable. I can be. Her pent-up emotions and bottled-up anger can sometimes burst and make her come across as unpredictable. This is especially true if she regularly faces high stressful situations. An Aquarius woman does not like to display her emotions openly. I don't. She enjoys spontaneity. Very true. She can be overly idealistic. Once an Aquarian woman decides the course of action, she likes things to go perfectly. I sure do. While this idealism is her strength, it can cause her a great deal of grief. When things do not go her way, she finds it difficult to handle them all the time. Because why are we not doing it the way I said it should be done? Any failure can frustrate her. Case in point, chicken and waffles. I literally just said that. The constant pressure of meeting high standards can wear her down. She can be sarcastic. I'm definitely one of the most funniest people, you know, which also goes back to the first point they talked about, people being confident. She is a bad liar. I am. I just tell you the truth, and I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. She learns from her mistakes. It only takes me one time. Like, the Lord only has to whisper to me one time that I done fumbled, and he knows. Like, I try not to make the same mistakes twice. She is rebellious. I am. If everybody is doing something, girl, I'm going to do the opposite. If something is in style and it's trendy and people are like all in love with it, chances are I liked that same thing a decade ago. And I have moved far past beyond it. Or if something is really super popular or like whatever, I'm just like, like I wouldn't, like and it comes from a genuine place. Like the last thing I would want on my body is something that I see literally everybody else wearing or having. I don't care how nice it is, how pretty it is, how expensive it is. You can miss me with it. But I'm happy for you. Like I love it for you that you're in love with the things, but I'm not, which is also probably why I feel like I need to do an overhaul on my closet. Cause I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That's a topic for another call. She is open-minded and impartial. Definitely. She is an amazing listener. Absolutely, I am. She can be eccentric. Yes, Absolutely. An Aquarius woman can often be regarded as weird and eccentric as she usually does not fit into the crowd. Her revolutionary ideas, refusal to blindly follow societal norms, and rebellious streak make it difficult for people to understand her. These attributes, coupled with her unique dressing style, spontaneity, and wicked sense of humor, make her stand out for the rest. Love that. She is ambitious. And then it goes into talking about how an Aquarius woman is when we're in love and in relationships. And it goes on to point out that one of the signs that we are most compatible with is a Libra. And my husband is a Libra. Libra and Aquarius can connect over their mutual desire to explore new things. Agreed. Hopefully that gave not that you asked for a lesson in the Aquarius woman, but I feel like since we're such good besties now, it's probably for the best that we learn a little bit more about each other so you can see where I'm coming from. I feel like I am one of those people. I like to set my own trends. I don't really follow the crowd. I can be kind of quiet and detached, which some people I think read as me being like super private, but really like, no girl, once you start talking to me and I trust your vibes, and I get a good sense that your energy and your vibes are coming from an authentically like loving place. Like I'll tell you my life story if it fits what we're discussing. You know what I'm saying? Like I will. I love who I am. I love the fact that I am an air sign. And I like being kind of quirky and weird and not at all what people are expecting. I think that's my favorite thing about me is that I do think, as people tend to do, they have one, they have an impression of how they think you're going to be. And then when you meet them or they get to know you a little bit better, they're like, oh my gosh, she's not at all like what I thought she would be. And I feel like that has been one of the common themes in my life. If I'm looking back over my 40 years, I would say one of the common themes is that people get to know me and they're like, I thought you were going to be one way, and as it turns out, you are not that way at all. And I'm not sure if that comes from a place of disappointment for them or if they are, or if they find it to be refreshing. I don't know. Don't care, because I'm an Aquarius, and we don't tend to really care about things like that. Ooh, love it. So excited. I cannot wait to, start my little birthday festivities. I don't quite know exactly what and how I'm going to celebrate. Maybe I'll take some time and kind of write some things down and like give it some serious planning. I mean, I do know some of the stuff that I'm going to do, but, as we discuss, I've got to do some mommy things mixed into that, but I'm just so excited. I did find a journal that I'm going to put on my little birthday list so that I can receive it. So I did find a journal that I really like. I'm excited. It doesn't have that many pages in it. So I feel like I'm going to have to order more than one of them so that I can journal my way through my 40th year and see if I'm able to just make journaling a habit and keep up with it, forever after that. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know. But girl, the time has come. I've got to go get my babies from school. So I hope you enjoyed our chat today about what to do when you get into the gym. I hope you find that to be helpful. Don't forget you can always work out at home, but only exercise within your fitness level. If anything ever hurts or you feel chronic pain, like girl, go to the doctor. Right? Never forget that. When you're out, compliment a woman. Say something nice to her and make her day. Don't compete. Don't compare. Don't complain. What God has for you is for you. And never knock another woman's hustle. I will talk to you all next time. Thank you for joining me here at Tia's Table. Love you, girl. Bye.